Word order and giving reasons. You've already come across what we term word order 1. For example, in these two sentences, Ich spiele Tennis and Ich esse sehr gern Tomaten, we know that the verb is in position number 2. It is here, spiele, and here, esse. Okay? And the subject, the thing that the sentence is about, is what starts your sentence off. You could take other examples that don't begin with ich. They might begin with a name like Peter. Peter spielt Tennis und Fußball. And we use word order 1 also after words like and, but, denn, meaning because, and oder, meaning or. Word order 2 we've worked hard on over the last year and a bit. And there are two examples here. Am liebsten esse ich Pizza and manchmal esse ich Bananen. They both use the same verb. But in this case, the ich and the esse have changed around. They've changed position. This is because the verb has to occupy the second position in a sentence. In the first sentence, it's the third word. These two ideas of am liebsten cannot be separated. So it is that is the first idea, and then esse, the second idea, and then the thing or subject of the sentence is then pushed further down the sentence. Okay, but I think generally we all know what word order 1 and word order 2 are, and it's just about remembering to use them. Now, just a quick recap really. There are 4 coordinating conjunctions in German. These are aber, und, oder, and denn. Aber, but, und, and, oder, or, and denn, because. They should always be used at all times to give a really good flavour to the work. Now, I've put 2 yellow sentences either side of them just to sort of illustrate. On the left-hand side, you could use either word order 1 or word order 2 to start your sentence. You then put a conjunction in, and then your next sentence has to be in word order 1. All of these conjunctions take word order 1. Okay, so I like eating tomatoes, but I don't like drinking tomato juice. Is ich esse gern Tomaten, aber ich trinke nicht gern Tomatensaft. So all of these conjunctions are always followed by word order 1. Today we're going to look at a new word order. Let's just recap. On the left-hand side you can see 3 sentences. The first 2, ich esse gern Fisch and ich trinke nicht gern Milch, they use word order 1. The third sentence, am liebsten esse ich Gemüse, uses word order 2. On the right-hand side are 3 reasons. I like eating fish, it is tasty or delicious. I don't like drinking milk, it's disgusting. Most of all, I like eating vegetables, they are very healthy. Now, I could simply write the word denn in the middle of all of these sentences, and they would make sense. And that's really good. Using denn is a really, really useful tool, but today I'm going to show you how you can use a more complicated word order and sentence structure that will mean exactly the same thing. So, denn is plus word order 1. Right. Okay, so denn has gone again because finally, before we move on to the next slide, I just want to show you the blue words that you can see on the on the right-hand side are the verbs. Okay, so ist, and sind. It's really important before you start using more complex sentences that you can identify verbs in your sentences. Now, obviously, we're quite lucky here that they are quite simple verbs. When you're using more complicated word order, your verbs will not always be this simple. Okay, let me introduce you to Weil. Now, Weil is sitting up here on the right-hand side of the screen, and Weil is so vile, it makes the verb run a mile. Let's just go over that again. Vile, W-E-I-L, is so vile, it makes the verb run a mile. Vile is another word for because. Okay, I'm going to pull that vile down to the middle of my first sentence. We'll always have a comma in front of it. Okay, and this is because it's a subordinating conjunction, and a subordinating conjunction in German subordinates the verb. That means it kicks the verb to the end of the sentence. So your sentence looks like this: Ich esse gern Fisch, weil es schmackhaft ist. Sorry, taking the incorrect verb there. Let's just move that down. Come on, ist needs to come to the end. Okay, ich esse gern Fisch, weil es schmackhaft ist. Yes, my verb has moved to the end. It sounds completely alien in English, but it is something you will get used to in German. I like eating fish because it is tasty. I don't like drinking milk because it's disgusting. Ich trinke nicht gern Milch, weil es ekelhaft ist. Ich trinke nicht gern Milch, weil es ekelhaft ist. Most of all, I like eating vegetables because they are healthy. Am liebsten esse ich Gemüse, weil sie sehr gesund sind. So that is you introduced to vile. Vile means because. Vile is so vile, it makes the verb run a mile. And in these instances, it's taken ist out of its second clause or sentence, and it's moved it to the end.